What I did was got myself into a room full of two women completely naked and I was making out with them. And
Did you
then I
flag
felt
them?
so
Cheating.
hold on, let me
Hey
finish.
man, what you
I
been
felt
drinking, man?
hold
Fuck
on,
this. What you
hold
been
on.
drinking?
I felt so horrible that I left the room and I called her on my way home and told her what I had
So
just
you
did.
snitch on your. Well, wait, hold on. You cheated because that's cheating, my guy. You didn't have
My
sex.
guy.
You was naked and kissed her. That's cheating. That's one. And then you snitch on yourself. And then
My
you said she
damn.
hurt you. You hurt her.
You know what's funny? Is
Jenna, this your people, yo. Jenna,
no
this is your
matter how
people.
I handled that situation, it would have been viewed as horrible. And I'm okay with that. Like no matter how I handled it. I felt I handled it the best I could because I didn't hide it from her.
No
Clearly.
shit.
Like I didn't
Clearly.
do all those things.
She ended it with
How
you.
many men are gonna sit there and be in a room full of naked chicks and they'll be like, I can't do this because the chick that I'm with is so good to me and leave. And then
Wait.
call
But
her
you
and
didn't
tell
make
her that
out
I
with them
fucked up.
though. But you didn't make
Oh
out with
no.
them.
I cheated. Like, yeah,
Okay, I'm glad,
like I
I'm glad
didn't.
you knew you cheated. Just had
Now
to.
he cheated.
No,
I'm
but I'm
glad.
just saying, like,
Hey man, you
I'm
had a
just saying,
whole
like,
hey,
in that
earlier,
respect,
hey,
I
I'm
did
not
what I
trying to
thought was
disrespect the white
best,
man.
and I
Hey,
told her to be
No, who
honest,
you did
and
the
I just
right
want to be
thing.
honest.
First, you fucked up. You cheated. You
And she
dragged your dick out.
stayed with me for years after that.
you had a whole
And
lot of
that's when she
credibility
became
back then,
drama.
big dog.
Is that when she gave you a hard time and she became psycho?
Thank you, Jenna. Wait, is this
No,
the
to be
Spanish
honest with
Tracy
you,
Jenna?
that's actually no, that's actually one of the reasons that I admire her is because she never held that against me, and I was so
You
guilty. I
did.
felt so guilty
Oh
about it.
man.
It
I
came out
felt
in
like a
different
piece of
ways. You didn't
shit.
even know. That's how girls are. It came out in different ways. She just made your life hell in other ways.
But she's right on that. Like even though she
Mm.
But
might
she
not, oh, you
didn't
cheat
like
on me.
she
Women
didn't
like
do it on
regarding
purpose,
trust,
is what I'm
but
saying. Like
who regarding
she didn't do it
trust
on
when it comes
purpose.
to women, like we might not say, oh, I don't trust you. Oh, you cheated on me if we get in
Yeah.
a fight. But her attitude, her outburst, insecurity might
Oh,
show
it
more.
changed.
Yeah.
It completely changed.
Women, like even though you didn't have sex,
And
you
it
still
wasn't in
cheated.
my
That's
heart, it wasn't right. Like in my heart, I felt like a
All right,
piece
cool.
of
Let's move
shit.
on.
And I
okay.
didn't want to do that to her, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
That
since
But
was
for
we
all the
got
men, you don't have to be a
that was the
fucking
only super
millionaire
chat.
or be 6 feet tall.
yeah, I read
That's
the
what
rest of
that's
them
my whole
already.
point.
We was in the
That's
middle
my
of
whole
the
point.
super chats, and then we went to hoop getting busted down naked with other chicks and making out. But we gonna go on. Since you said she was a great woman, we gonna watch this little video of this woman that said this man was a great man, and I had to end it.
This year, I ended a relationship
That's
and cut off
crazy.
an engagement from a great man. He was a good man. He loved God. He was a praying man. He loved and adored me. He was there for me. He was handsome. He was well educated. He didn't have any kids. He checked all the boxes. But there was still something missing. And I just knew that I could not go through with this marriage. What that feeling was is that he was not a great fit for me.
Okay. So, what do you guys think about that? Her little video.
Oh
I think
man.
women leave men for the dumbest reasons. Um, I'd always say if Will Smith can get cheated on, we all can get cheated on.
That's not cheating. They was in an open relationship, so that's a horrible example.
You can't tell a man, hey, you're all these things, but you're not this. You're not good for me. Like you just named every reason why he was good for you, and then said that you weren't. Well, most women, once their vagina is not doing the tingle stuff anymore, they bounce.
It's
You
just
know what?
them.
There's a song by Jasmine
Very
Sullivan.
valid.
Remember that song by Jasmine Sullivan? I'm in love with another man.
At least you didn't waste his time.
Oh, I thought you said bust
I'm,
your windows out the car. That's the one that just
oh
popped.
no, that's another one. Trust me, there's another one where she's like, "If I could," yeah. She sound like
Keep
she's like,
going, nigga.
Get
Just
it,
finish the rap,
bro.
nigga.
Get it. Keep
I
going,
don't
my
know how to
dude.
sing like her. That's the only part I know because that
Nah,
song just it depressed me. She's talking about if I could leave him, I would. You know, he don't love me right, but he something like that.
That just
And
it
I'm
just
just,
She
shows
needs
you.
to sing about
and
that.
it's like it's crazy because basically what she's saying in it, she's singing a song about a dude who's a genuinely good dude to her, but the other dude, AKA, is toxic. But when he do love her, she loves her right. That woman right there. I mean, I don't know the details. I mean, if you've been on Clubhouse, you've heard the story. But I'm gonna be real about it. I'm not mad at her because I mean, I do. I will say that she strung him along a little too long. You know, actually, you probably should have walked away from that relationship a long time ago. But at the same
Right.
time, he should consider himself somewhat lucky because what if they get married?
Correct.
Yeah.
And
Wonderful.
now she leaves him after they get married. You
Yeah.
talking about a dude who's gonna take it on
Valid
every other
point right
woman
there.
after that. He can't take it out on her. He
Yeah.
gonna take it on everybody else.
I agree, but sometimes
I
people
agree.
don't know. Sorry, Mario, and then you can go next. Sometimes
No, you
people
good.
don't realize what they have until it's gone. And regarding
Point
men
made.
cheating, thinking that the side chicks are better, and they realize, oh, the side chick can't cook. Let me go back to the main chick. And then she might be thinking, oh man, this man was
Get a chef.
better than what's out there in the ghetto pond. So I just like regarding relationships, like you got to figure out what your wants and your needs and see what's important. But I don't know. I hope she found somebody that's out there in this dating pool. But go ahead, Mario.
She ain't gonna find nobody. 'cause
She ain't gonna
women
find
are
nobody
never-
like him.
Yeah, because women, 90% of women ain't never satisfied. And if I was him, I consider myself lucky as fuck. Like, I got
don't
that
say,
out the
like,
way
if it's-
early in the game. We cool.
Go ahead,
Don't
John.
say like in the situation that you're saying, like her trying to cheat with the toxic dude, like it's just more, she's looking at herself. Like if it's a point that it's like everything matches up and the chemistry's there and all this other stuff, like she needs to do, like to me, that's a check for you to be like, what's wrong with me that this doesn't work?
Correct.
I can't accept this love, or I can accept somebody
Thank
who's
you.
actually good for
Correct. That makes
Because
sense.
y'all,
That's the point.
everybody want a gangster until it's time to
100%.
go do a drive-by.
She wouldn't be able to get it. Personally, I wouldn't let her get away with that. You're going to have to tell me. You're not just going to be able to tell me, oh, this was not a good fit. What does that mean? That sounds.
Nah, but you're wasting your
that-
time
no.
at that point.
No, it doesn't
No.
matter.
What's the
You're not
point in
just
that?
you're not just gonna tell me, oh, you're a great guy, you love God, you provided for me, you did all this. You're just not a good fit. No, there's something else behind that. Complete. I'm calling BS on that. No,
Yeah.
there's something else behind it. You're not just gonna get off with just saying you're not a good fit. What the freak?
I agree.
Yeah,
It
she wanted
it
drama
sounds
in her
to
life.
me-
That's
it
what
sounds-
the answer to that.
Bro.
Wait,
sounds
hold
to
on.
me-
Let Vanny go. See Vanny internet working now. Go ahead, Vanny.
Nope.
What up, V?
No, it's not working.
Never on
To me,
We tried,
Listen,
girl.
real quick before it chops on me again. No.
oh, she's there.
How about wet? Okay.
Nope.
Dang.
Dang, Vanny. No,
Okay.
it ain't working.
Is it better?
Nope.
No, go ahead.
You're wrong for that.
Vanny, I'm
Is it
sorry,
better now?
beloved. No, you going in and out.
No,
I'm sorry.
oh.
Your Canada. Yeah, your Canada ain't shit. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
she's
I
in
cannot
and out.
stand my provider right now.
I experienced that shit when I went to Canada. I was like, never again. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, so
To
Carrie,
me,
as
to
a
me-
married woman, I want to hear your opinion on that.
On what? On what she said or what modern Renaissance is?
Yeah, like in general.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I have an opinion on what she said, but I think the fact that she made that decision before getting married, having children, I think that she knew herself enough to know not to do it. Now, whether I think that her reasons were silly or not doesn't matter. Like, if she knows she's not going to be able to lock in the way she would need to, then yeah, don't get married, because you're going to need a lot more than you're going to need a lot in order to stick it out through a marriage if you're feeling like the it factor is not there.
Yeah, I don't need a reason.
But
Just
I'm
fucking
curious.
back. Just buy.
But I think that this actually goes back to the other question about like our what was it? Women's standards. I
Yeah.
really think that it's more of women not really being clear of what it is. Like, what are you looking for? Are you what does relationship represent? Is relationship the first step to marriage? Does relationship represent marriage to you? Or like what is the ultimate goal here? Because if you're clear on your goal, then I think the way that you figure out what kind of guy to be with would reflect that. But I think a lot of us were confused. I mean, even me, I was confused to some degree on how to really determine who should I marry. It wasn't such an obvious thing. But I am curious what modern Renaissance was saying. What would you be looking for her to say to you? Like, let's say that you did challenge her saying,
I agree with that.
you're not the right fit. what would be in like, okay, I appreciate you sharing that response for you?
Yeah.
Well,
that's
like
a
I
good
mentioned,
question.
it would have to, well, because I'm not her, it has to be some reason behind it. I mean, that's not being given. For example, I'm not saying, I'm just giving you guys an example. If she was to say, oh, our sex life is just whack, or you know, just the way, you know, you're not athletic enough or something, you don't have that muscular build that I wanted. I don't know if she knows the reason, but just to say we're not a good fit, it to me that's too much easy way to cop out. It's almost like the equivalence of going to get a divorce and just saying
What
irreconcilable differences. It's
what
like,
do you? I mean, you really want to take yourself through that shit?
I would
yo,
want to
no,
know.
see,
Yeah, what does it
Yeah,
matter?
that's a
yes,
good
that's
good.
no,
That
absolutely.
that
Check
ma-
this out.
that makes
Check this
sense.
out. I'm getting ready
You
to
don't
tell you
want to
because
hear
here's the
all
deal.
that.
You guys talk about these modern women all the time. You always come talking about they always got this checklist. She literally read off
Mhm.
the checklist of what these so-called modern women want. And then to turn around and say we just weren't a good fit, that wasn't part of the list. So that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about personally now.
Makes
Other
sense.
you fellas, if y'all don't want to say, if you guys say, oh, I don't want to go through, no, I would want to know, because that's going to help me. Since this didn't work out, I need to know, because if I'm going to carry this into this next relationship, if it's something that I do that's definitely
But
off-putting to a woman,
That
I want
makes
to make sure
sense
that I work on that so I don't make that mess up or be
for
irritated,
sure.
whatever her reason is, when
So,
I go to the next one.